So Lola's in a tight space and there's a dog right behind her, a large dog. And I think all those things made her want to push ahead more. But watch this right here. She's like, but I don't want to go back inside. And as soon as I saw that, I knew that we really had to work this until she understood what to do. And then not only that, but be more consistent than we even are normally, to make sure she's not pushing forward, pushing ahead. She needs to be following me, not tolerating my existence and my obedience and then trying to push ahead. So yes, the first couple of times we did this, it took a while. I'm doing some blocking here because I don't want to just do leash. And I'm not even sure I did Ecollar with this. It was just leash and body language, really trying to chip away at her pushiness and drive to get out, to move on, to go into the main part of the house. That type of blocking clearly doesn't do any good. Like, I needed to face her directly or be just more intense with my blocking. But anyway, your dog, if you struggle with any anxiety, reactivity, resource guarding, anything disrespectful, stuff like that, this is where it's at. Those moments of being diligent is so important because it's relationship and how they view the house and you. Now we're doing a little warm up with out from affection. So that's what that was. She didn't know where to go when I said out. So she went to that dog bed.
Yeah.
We practiced here.
Now calmly pet her. Oh, there you go. Slower hands. Your hands are moving really quick. There you go. Much better. Now tell her OUT.
Out. Hello, out.
Very nice. So this is just a warm up before we get to the food stuff, which is challenging for her.
No. Yeah.
I told her no right there just because I wanted her to settle down. I'm not going to pet her when she's that pushy, that excited. So once the out from affection was easy and solid, we moved on to treats. So these are healthy treats. It's actually dog food jerky. And I wanted her to out in the middle of getting to have them. And she was great at it. And we also did in the bowl too. I didn't get that. But the bowl is often harder than spread out on the floor. Keep that in mind. And guys, remember, this is just a tune-up. So the bone is the big thing. I start off holding it. And she really didn't want me to. She just wanted it all for her own. But when she finally got into it, I let her have it for like 2 minutes. So I tapped Ecollar at a pretty low level. I think it was at a 10 or 12 on the repeat. And she didn't do a very good disengagement. And that's okay. I mean, that's really is okay. So we're just kind of playing around. So I'm kind of trying to get her back engaged with it, told her break, and I'm moving it around to see what kind of engages her. I thought she was just uncomfortable with the exercise. A lot of dogs are. They're like, this is usually mine. I did kind of figure out later that it was more she just wanted it for herself and wanted me to go away. That was a much better disengagement. At least she gave me space. Because I need to feel comfortable. That's the whole thing when it comes to out, is the dog needs to completely disengage or give you enough space. Now here's where a little bit of the confusion, this was the first one where I walked away and let her have it, and just walked away for a bit. This is where dogs get a little confused because we out them, we say out, and then they're like, well, I'm already on my dog bed though, so where do you want me to go, But that I still thought was pretty good. I'd like it to be a bit more, like she growls more at her family, so I need to get her to understand to give more space than just going to the edge of her other dog bed. So this is what we came up with. So I walk up, I say out. There's not enough space, so I just say, let's go, or come. Move her to the other dog bed. She does a down. Then I go and get the bone. So this is how I would suggest you do it if your dog is not giving you enough space. Like they are outing and disengaging, but not enough to where you'd feel comfortable bending down and grabbing the bone. You need more space. So just pick up the leash at the end of the leash, not the leash by their head. And then just walk them over to another area, have them settle down. Then you go get the dog bowl or the bone. Now here's where I decided to do kind of an in-between. Instead of holding possession of the bone, instead of walking away, giving her full possession, I decided to linger because I just sensed a little bit of an energy change. But I did the same thing right there. I outed her, she moved away, then I put her in the other dog bed. I said, come in place. So here's where I decided, look at her energy shift. You see that? I know it doesn't seem like much, but if you take this and amplify it with the family, you get the growling. She's no longer comfortable to chew on the bone because I'm so close. And I know that. And I know you guys are seeing that and you're like, well, yeah, you're right on top of her. But a lot of dogs who are comfortable around food, they don't care where you are. So that is just a precursor to potential growling for anybody out there. If you're next to your dog and they stop eating or stop chewing on a bone, they might be showing the beginning signs of guarding. So that's why I just wanted to show that to you guys. And it makes me want to practice this exercise till she gets more comfortable without and builds more comfort around this. And that's the first time she did a full disengagement.